2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Welcome to the NBA Rising Stars Challenge, a game that has become such a special part of all-star festivities.
And that's really because it always provides us with such an entertaining look at the next generation of NBA stars. In a game like this where the pressure's off and it's all about having fun, I think we really get an opportunity to see just how skilled these young players are.
Exactly. I mean, nobody's going to get on top of you if you go behind your back or you try something out of the ordinary.
This game started back in '94. This has been a perfect warm-up for the All-Star game. I mean, it has all the fun and excitement of the big game with the added element of introducing some of the great young stars to the league's fans.
This really has become one of the signature events of All-Star Week. I know you love it, Greg. It gets everyone into the mood for all the festivities that are soon to come.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's such a great way for these young players to show off some of the fancy moves that they wouldn't even dare to attempt in a regular season game.
Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Doncic. And a miss there on the triple.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
All right, let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, I caught up with Coach Mike Malone. He is blown away by some of the young talent out there. But he feels like some individuals aren't taking the game as seriously as they need to. He said it's not just about the Rising Stars game. It's about the game overall. Respecting your team's goals and making sure you're accountable every moment. Guys?
Okay, David, thanks.
And have to commend the unselfish attitude. Like how Morant just recognized the open man and the ball was right there. I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
High-level pass, so even for a point guard, Morant shows the imagination. And it's just something about the Rising Stars Challenge. It gives each of these young players a chance to really do something special on a national stage, maybe for the first time in their professional career.
Back to Doncic. Three-pointer. He can't get it to go. So USA will take it the other way. From 20 feet out. It's rebounded by Doncic. You brought up the big stage these young guys are on tonight. For so many of the fans, Greg, who are still, just getting familiar with these players, it really is a great welcome to the NBA moment.
It really is a showcase. And for each player, whether they have great moments or not, just being chosen to participate is a huge honor. And it says a lot about where they stand amongst their peers.
And now the first timeout called here for Team World.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
USA with some changes. Carter, he's checked in for DeAndre Ayton. Miles Bridges comes in for Walden. And it's Sexton in for Morant. Team World also making some changes. Odion Kurucs comes in for Barrett. And Antetokounmpo subbed in for Luka Doncic. Back to Kurucs. Shot clock at 5. To stop the run. It's hauled in by USA.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. It's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds. And they look strong here in the early going.
For USA, they've been good at the line so far, 5 of 5.
Take a break. 2 shots.
That one is off. So he can't get either to fall.
Usually free throws are a formality for him. I didn't expect that result when he stepped up there.
Antetokounmpo against Jackson. And Antetokounmpo swings it in.
Kevin, he is tough to stop when he gets to the rim.
Yeah, Greg, he can get up a few notches higher.
Well, and that's exactly how the game is played in the paint inside, guys. I mean, if you can play over the top, I think you've got a big advantage.
Basket counts.
And he has come on really strong this season. Some of his performances in the first half have been terrific.
Yeah, and it wasn't something that very many people saw coming, Greg, but he's proven himself in a big way. I think there are great things ahead for this guy.
Here's Samanic. And that's collected by Charles. With the way that he's played and the way the front office has talked about him, Greg, it's clear that the team views change as a building block for the future.
I'm not sure anyone would have predicted that at the beginning of his career, Kevin, but Shai has been an absolute boon for this team. Not a surprise that the front office sees him as a long-term piece of the puzzle.
Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. And so it's Axel Walden making things happen here for USA. He finishes with 9 points in the quarter. The D is having all sorts of problems with him. We've got more in store for you right after this.
Ladies and gentlemen, dance team.
And we're glad to have you along as we resume the action at the Rising Stars Challenge. Some great careers in store for these young men.
And what a showcase this game has been for the league's best and brightest young stars.
And you know, one of my favorite things is seeing the camaraderie between the players. I mean, both of these teams really enjoying playing together and against each other.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So Team World's 5 right now. Antetokounmpo out there with Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Samanic in at the power forward position.
And you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
Carter left side. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. And Wendell Carter, a bit of a throwback in terms of how he plays guys as a big man.
Very comfortable in terms of his effectiveness in the half court. If you leave him alone in the paint, he can just go to work on defense. And not the current prototypical big man, but he reminds me a lot of Al Horford with his all-around skills.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Carter. And USA making a change here. Williamson's checked in. And a change for Team World. Okobo's checked in. Carter hits them both. And it's Team World with the ball. They trail by 9 points. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Over to the left wing. Clock at 6. Medu passes to Okobo. Off target with his 3. USA leading by 9. Here's Charles, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
And really an underrated playmaker. Williamson with good court vision and solid decision-making.
Here's Okobo, drilled from 11 feet out. Okobo's got 18 points.
And for a guy who hasn't been able to get a ton of minutes this season, great that he's had a chance to show off his skill set here tonight.
And he does have some skills to show off. I mean, his opportunity for more playing time is going to come soon enough. He just has to stay patient.
The USA calls time here
Every time out, a chance to review the lineups, matchups, or call a play.
And I agree. I think there's going to be a new wrinkle in their game plan when they come out of this timeout.
Trae Young, he's checked in for Slim. Completely new group for USA. Team World making some changes. All right, we'll take a look now at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for USA.
Well, I like the fact they've already been getting a lot of high-quality shots in the paint.
And also another aspect of their game that's been super so far tonight is how they've been sharing the basketball.
And rarely do you see a player like Doncic come in so polished, guys, at this age.
I mean, Doncic already looks like a 10-year vet. Very precise with every movement and decision he makes on the wing. Just a great knack for passing, plus that vision.
Inside, and Barrett slams it in.
Tell you what, for a young player, Doncic has already shown tremendous skill and feel for the game. Beautiful floor awareness there.
Right side Jackson, and the dunk by Jackson.
Yeah, I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
I would agree. Yep, it goes, and the USA lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Barrett. Now USA with it. USA moving the ball around, and that one's good, Ayton.
And some players in the Rising Stars Challenge aren't especially well-known yet, but this young man is someone we've already become very familiar with.
It has not taken him long to really establish himself in the league. I mean, he's been logging a ton of minutes.
It's good, and it's 13 points for Luka Doncic.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
Charles banked in off the glass. Slim's got 4 points this quarter.
Well, let's say the defense being played here tonight might be a bit on the soft side from both teams.
Well, I know you're not surprised, are you? I mean, fast and loose is the way this game should be played.
About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and he takes that one up and powers it through.
Strong move to the 10, trying to get his guys going.
Hard not to get motivated, GA, right when your teammate makes that kind of play.
Yeah, you know, when you're looking to close the gap, you need guys who will take it upon themselves to step up, take the initiative and make something happen.
A towering presence on the offensive glass. Ayton uses his height well to keep possessions alive.
And it's USA. Their lead at 11 points to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. We come back right after this. Welcome back to this showcase of the amazing young talent in the NBA, the Rising Stars Challenge.
And it's not hard to...
Team swap here for Team World. Team World trails by 16. They've got Slim. Bridges out there with Jackson. Then there's Carter. And it's Sexton in at the 2-guard spot. Samanic passes to Gilgeous-Alexander. Puts it up from 12. No good. Shot missing. So USA will take it the other way.
And they've got a big lead, not just on the scoreboard, but really in the rebounding numbers as well.
And what I like about it, Greg, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it. Gritty and rough. But that's how you win games.
So Team World's 5 right now. We've got Medu, Antetokounmpo out there with Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's Caruch in at the small forward position. And it's Antetokounmpo with the ball. He'll bring it up for Team World. It's an 18-point game. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Samanic. Pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Kurucs. Money from the wing. Kurucs has got his second bucket of the night. So it's USA now. Pass to Sexton. To the middle. Kicks to Jackson. Lays it up off the glass. And USA leads by 18.
And defensively, guys, they've been unable to shut down the middle.
Yeah, and they're really getting pummeled on points in the paint here.
Kurucs passes to Medu. Now here's Antetokounmpo. And stolen by Sexton. Drops in the breakaway layup. Sexton's got 7 points in the game. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for USA.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
Yeah, I think you also have to give them a lot of credit for how well they've risen up to meet shooters, to challenge shots in this game. A lot of blocked shots tonight.
Again, USA.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander, and it's in there.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Sexton kicks to Bridges. Back to Sexton. He dishes it to Jackson. Bridges passes to Sexton. Just 4 to shoot. Beyond the arc. Gilgeous-Alexander pulls it in. Here's Kurucs. Team World with the fresh shot clock. That one good for 2. Antetokounmpo's got 5 points now in the quarter.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Here is Slim. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. They get it back. Carter. Off with the layup.
That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Misses the 3.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
Out to the wing. From deep. Good on the 3-point shot. Samanic has got 5 points so far.
Boy, a big man with great touch from deep, always a valuable commodity in today's game.
And it's USA looking at a 13-point lead heading into the next quarter. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. We've got more NBA basketball coming your way in just a minute. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
Hey, that was a high-level pass no matter what position it came from. But it does make it stand out a little more when it's made by the big fella.
Welcome back as we get a glimpse of the future here at the Rising Star. USA with some changes. Carter, he's checked in for 8. Bridges comes in for Walden. And it's Slim in for Morant. Jaren Jackson is out there with Carter. Then there's Sexton. Then there's Slim. And it's Bridges in at the 3. Swiped it away. And the fast break now for Team World. No one near Doncic as he lets it fly. Nets, the corner 3. Doncic has got 12 points in just the second half. The pass to Carter. Now, here's Bridges. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. Regarding super teams, Clark, you and I have talked a lot about this. Many fans view them in a negative light, but they're actually something we've seen around in this game for a long time.
Yeah, you're right. So often we become prisoners of the present and we forget about what transpired in the past. But the Celtics in the 60s were as dominant as any team in the history of the game. The Lakers in the 80s, the Bulls in the 90s. But I guess fans have a complaint because they feel those teams came together more organically compared to what seems to be a movement by free agents that has led to dominant championship teams. Although the Warriors pretty much have built their championship team through the draft.
1:24 left in the game. Akobo, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Akobo, guarded by Charles. Good for another basket. He's put up 10 shots and made 7 of them.
And he's really made the most of his opportunities today. I mean, he needs to keep working for those kinds of looks.
1:02 left in the fourth quarter. Drilled from 11 feet out. And USA leads by 20.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
He kicks to Carter. Bridges against Antetokounmpo. He clangs that one off the back iron, and down it falls.
Yeah, he recognized the overcommitment by the defense there and then made a smart pass to get that ball back outside.
Slim passes to Sexton. There's 21 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Now here's Jackson. No good that time.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
So USA wins it.
I can't say enough about how well all these young men competed here tonight. A great show for the fans and a clear picture of just how many talented up-and-comers we have here in the NBA.
Greg, no doubt there are some future greats among the players we saw here tonight, and we're pleased to have brought you all the action. So now this is Kevin Harlan saying good night, everyone.